So, okay, Nameless.
Yes.
Let's continue with this amazing story.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 more very specific questions for you.
Yeah.
Again, me and this conversation, because of how much you've done,
Yeah.
you can be here for 7 hours.
I know, bro.
and still another one.
I know, man. But
you'll be back.
Yeah.
But at least you've given guys a lot of content.
Yeah.
So I want to ask about your illness.
Yes.
And what that did for you. That's my first question.
My illness.
Yeah. Because at the time I'm speaking to the and he's like, hey, yo, Nameless is I mean, something happened in Nini.
Yeah. My illness was it was a very interesting experience because it changed the perspective of my life again. I think, okay, I've been very lucky. God has checked me from very, the jaws of death, like, and that's one of the times. And I was in a period of life where I was a bit confused about many things. Life, relationship, career, pressure of the career, just generally. Because you're getting that place where you're, getting in midlife now, you're reaching middle, so you're a bit confused about where to go. And when it happened to me, then I was like, what? I almost died, like I could have died. It just put perspective of what?
So what do you mean? Did you actually almost die?
That thing it's literally fatal. Like if I was not close to the hospital, I could have died. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what happened? You passed out?
No. It's called subarachnoid hemorrhage. So what happens? And we can't explain why it happens. Some vessels just burst and blood enters the brain cavity. And trust me, there, in a short while, it's short circuits and you're out. You get me? So it happens for 2 ways. The brains just burst just for no reason they don't understand, or sometimes it's there's another thing. What is it called? Why? Sometimes my memory issue is also pegged to that thing I had, this brain thing. So my short-term memory, sometimes I forget some things. But it's called what? An aneurysm. Yeah, it could be and it happens a lot in women. So there's an aneurysm that it comes like a bubble, it forms, and they don't know why it forms. It's like a weak point in a vessel. It becomes like a balloon and then bursts. So that one is the one that needs surgery immediate. Now mine was not an aneurysm, it was just some vessels burst, they don't know why, but it was not an aneurysm. So when I was so what the symptoms normally are, you get the most painful headache in the world, like you cannot understand. You feel your head is about to explode. Mm-hmm. Your neck starts getting stiff. What else was the symptoms? But mainly those are the main ones, Like a funny bubbling feeling. So when I went to the hospital, Daddy Owen took me. I was in a boardroom with them. Daddy Owen
at risk now.
Yeah. So they're the ones who, I told them something's weird happening, let me go home. By the time I reached to get to my car, I knew I can't move. So I tried to start walking back to to lie down. Then they found me walking back. Then they told me, what's up? I told them something is wrong. Then they took me to their car. Through traffic. Nairobi Hospital. There, pain calls are being called. Me and Ed, I'm just the same thing. I remember I was telling you when I was overturning. I'm just saying I'm not going. I was holding my head. I'm just saying no. Nini was stressed because I just heard me saying no, and I'm holding like this because I feel like it wants to.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling
the pressure.
You're feeling like it's going to go. You black out. You feel like it's going to reach a point to black out.
Yeah.
It's too painful. Like it's like, and it's too fast. So there's something wrong. Then you're feeling like something bubbling, but you can't explain. Anyway, go to the hospital. Doctor finds out what it is. So he tells me, I know what it is. I do a few more tests to tell whether I need surgery. If it's surgery, first, 50% of people who get this thing don't make it to hospital. They die. So you're in the 50 that made it to hospital. Now, if you need surgery, another 50 don't make it to that surgery. So first, let's pray you don't need surgery. So this information was not being told directly. It was being told to my family.
Yeah.
Me, I was just given some strong morphine. So I was just like, hey, I'm cool. But now my parents were the ones who were being given the hard facts.
Yeah.
That this is actually life and death scenario.
Yeah.
So when he confirmed I don't need surgery, he said, okay, you're very lucky that I need surgery. So we just have to manage him in HDU so that he doesn't get seizures. Because now what happens when the brain is confused, it starts closing. The valves close. Now when they close, blood doesn't reach some places. So that's when you start getting strokes. So anyway, good doctor, good medicine, good guidance. I was there for like 3 or 4 weeks. But they managed the pain. And then then I just told. So what I was basically told is it normally takes 18 months to fully for you to be fully back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they say the brain is the most sensitive organ, right? It's really the one that drives things. Eh?
Yes.
That pumps the blood, yes, but the brain is now the function.
Exactly.
Beyond your engine. It's the one that says do this, it's the one that means. So he was like, you will not be 100% for like 18 months. So take things slow. So I took things slow. Yani, it was so weird because now it just shows you how life is so important that all these things are hustling. I don't know, I'm trying to get a hit. I'm trying to avoid it with my wife here. It's just mean nothing.
Yeah.
You're like, why is that a big deal? I'm alive and I'm healthy. That's what's the problem. So I became very easy.
I know even now when I was seeing
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you're so, I'm like, these are different.
Yeah. I just became very easy. Like I was just like, in the end of the day, you may not get everything you want about, but are you alive? Are you healthy? Are your people fine? That you should be thanking God because you could have just not been alive, or you could have been very,
Yeah.
So these are the things that just by the ways.
Yeah.
So as long as you can get by, so even for my wife, she was like, "What? Yani ningekupoteza tu live hivi." So even her perspective changed about some things. So it was.
Is that when now she rededicated God Saved Again?
Partly, yeah.
Yo.
Yes, partly, yeah. So it's like, you just look at life and you're like, you have to have things right with yourself and with people and all that. So for me, that's how I think it's. So every time I'm getting too anxious or getting too stressed, I just remind myself, dude, you're alive, man. You're healthy. You get? Yeah. These are the small things happen. He hit. These are just things.
Chill, homie, chill.
Yeah, you can still be working. Your children are going to school. Yeah, that's what you should be celebrating. So for me, that's the learning I got.
Yeah.
That's how I'm living my life. That's how I have to try and remind myself every time when I start getting anxious or stressed. I remind myself,
calm down.
Yeah, it's just okay, man. You may not get what you wanted. You may not do, but it's your life. Yes, if you're healthy, yes. So you can do, then you're okay. These are the things, bonuses. If they happen, good. If they don't happen, don't kill yourself like, oh, manze. Nah. Because when you are nearly dying, is when you're like, man, I don't care what it begins. Just give me my life. You get me?
Yeah.
Like me, I can't you do that. I had 30 minutes to the hospital. I had time to think in my head that was going to explode about, please God, don't take me and me. Like, you get? Yeah, that time. It was when I was in traffic. I was holding like this, but I was just like, guy. Then I can go. I could have gone. I'm going.
Yeah.
You get? Praying, negotiating with God. I'm like, please, let me not go now. So, and then being in hospital, then being reminded by the doctor, like, dude, do you know the percentage of people who need? So stop stress first. So anything that you want to check on social media, don't first. And I was like, okay, I'm bored. Let me look. I said, no. Don't, just keep yourself away from any pressure. So even when I came out, I was not worried about at work. I was cancelling shows. I'm like, stuck because I can't. Hey, the other time I'd be thinking, I need to earn, man. It's December. That time it was now, I was getting high season.
It's show time.
Told me, trust me, bro. You're alive. Those things mean nothing. And 2 weeks after that, I was supposed to go into the States. He was telling me, had you been in that plane, we would have been in different story. Because there, you can't be helped.
There's pressure.
Yeah, you don't have the medicine to sort out this. They don't have those kind of things in there. Maybe painkiller. First of all, the morphine, you rarely have morphine. I don't know if they have there. Then you're in the plane 8 hours. Because I was going to the States, It was like that would have been a different story. So for you now, you should just be happy. Don't think of working for 4 months. So I just stayed until, I remember the first show I did was 31st in Russia. I asked the doctor, now, he said, you feel strong enough? I said, I think I'm good to go. And that show was my best show. Yani, I was performing it less happy that I'm on stage. So I gave it another, yani guys were watching and saying, we don't know why, but there was something about your performance that was different. I was just like happy and all that.
You were alive?
Yeah, I was alive. I was just alive. And then also I guess also because people had seen my story, they was happy to see me.
Okay.
And it was 31st. It was just a nice way to just say I'm here and I'm fine and I'm good. So that's what that whole
period did, yeah?
Yeah. So for me, I always remind myself, every time I start to get over stress or I'm like, hey, chill out, man. Health first. Health, you're okay. Family, you're okay. Now look for ways to just maintain and give a good life, yeah? But when you see it's now beginning to affect you, it stress you too much,
refocus.
I cut it. Yeah, refocus. I say that's not important. That's not whatever. So I think that every time I get that close to death, it's just so if you could have that consistently, that knowing that, I think you'd live a very happy life.
Without the trauma.
If you can just have that mental shift. Because at times you forget, you start getting stressed about stuff, small things, then you have to remind yourself, what is it? Yeah, take a chill. In fact, take a break. No, I can't take a break, man. I'm like, I took a break of 4 months and nothing went wrong. Yeah. No one died, because we still survived. So why is it that you can't just take 3 days off and just say, I'm not going to worry about stuff or what's going to happen? So at times I get into that and I have to remind myself that vitu zitakuwa so sawa. Even if things become thick,
zitakuwa sawa.
You'll be okay. You just have to readjust. You get? So if supposing everything doesn't work out, worst case scenario, things go so bad, you move back to your mom's house.
You're alive.
You're alive. Yeah, because when you're near dying, that's when you realize, guy, give me anything, but give me life. So when you remind yourself that, then you're easy. At least for me, I realize that's the perspective that I have to keep reminding myself. Because we're in public, we get pressure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get a lot of pressure, a lot of anxiety, a lot of, how will it be? It's not a permanent job, and we are older, we are what? So things are changing. I don't have the same energy I would have, Yet I still love doing it, and I still need to earn, So then I'm in that period of life where I'm then think, okay, second part of my life, what do I want to do? How do I want to, So sometimes you get a lot of anxiety and pressure. So I have to keep reminding myself, it's okay. You're okay, you're alive. It will be fine. Somehow it will work out. But your mind needs to be fine. You get? Yeah. Even pressure of music, pressure of what. Sometimes when I say, I just stop. Say, okay, just take a chill pill. You revisit this thing in a week or two. You get? Yeah. So that's what it did to me.
Buddha, that's a sermon right there. Amen to that. So, as I say as well, now this is my last question for you, because you answered, you've answered even my second question within that. Okay. Again, we can hear vibe with you for so long.
Yeah, true.
And I like it because I feel anybody watching this in the industry, honestly speaking, they truly appreciate what you've just done in terms of the content that you've given. I mean, you've been here with vibe for almost 5 hours.
Imagine, man. And there's so much. There's like, there's stuff like play Kenyan music. That's a whole chapter.
Convo.
What's going in the industry? There's so many things, but it's continuous.
Yeah, it's continuous.
We keep talking.
So this is my last one.
Yeah.
Your comeback, or not your comeback,
reinvention.
Your reinvention, your constant reinvention.
Yeah.
Now, in this video, we've got Calligraph Jones.
Yeah.
We've got Nameless.
Yeah.
Dude, yani, how, when, what, Megarider remix? Like, explain to us that.